Right, so I've just got out watching Borderlands. Now, this isn't something that I usually do. Usually, if I've got a review planned, I'll make time and do it in the cupboard and all that nonsense. But I've literally just come out of it, and it's easily the worst film of the year. And I'd be very, very surprised if I watched another film this year that is as bad as that. It just, nothing makes sense. There's just so much that happens that I'm watching so much, and there's so many things that happen, and there's so much action that's going on, but none of it makes sense. There's nobody cares what's going on. I didn't care what's going on. Kevin Hart's character of Roland kidnaps Ariana Greenblatt's character of Tina, but at the beginning of the film he says, I may because your dad asked me to, and then all of a sudden it's oh no, actually he kidnapped her, but then we don't really know why he kidnapped her, and then her dad wants something that's in this mythical vault, and it's there's a MacGuffin after a MacGuffin after a MacGuffin, because the vault itself is a MacGuffin, but then actually there's 3 keys that you need to get into the vault, but then actually there's only 2 keys because one of the other keys is actually a person who's something to do with a daughter of Iridia or something, just whatever. And I'm sat there and I'm trying to take it in, and I'm trying to understand everything, but they're throwing so much jargon at you. But then and this might be an issue with the game, but why are all these films and games and all that, why are we all using the same words? Why are we all using the same world names? Why is this set on Pandora, and why is there an Atlas Corporation? I was just holding out for some sort of Navi Advanced Warfare crossover. Have we not got enough words that we can use to sort of spell these things out to differentiate ourselves enough from the other stuff that's going on? It's a decent cast. You've got Kevin Hart, you've got Kate Blanchett, Jamie Lee Curtis, but to be fair, Kate Blanchett is doing the best that she can do with that stuff. And for the love of God, I hope that she did something meaningful with the money that she got paid for it. Jamie Lee Curtis is crap. There's a joke in it about a robot crapping out bullets. There are so many jokes where you sort of you can tell the way that it's been edited that they go, and here's a joke, dun dun, but nobody laughs. The screening that I was in had about 8 people in it. Nobody laughed at all. It was absolutely silent all the way through. Nothing landed. Nothing worked at all. There's supposed to be a twist towards the end. I didn't really care by the time it happened. It was proper naff. If I was doing this tomorrow, if I was taking time to go out and watch a film tomorrow, I would have gone and watched Trap. I'm watching that on Monday. This was purely because Borderlands was the only thing that was out that I hadn't actually seen. I did toy with the idea of going and watching Deadpool and Wolverine again, but I thought, you know what, actually I'll go and watch one of the new films. I'll go and watch one of the films that inevitably on Tuesday, when I do the box office update, I'm going to have to talk about. And I really don't know where this is going to fall now. I predicted that it was going to go in at number 2, but my screen, it's Thursday, it's 1 o'clock in the afternoon, so you can't really sort of dictate it off that. But it wasn't full. There were, there were about 6 people in there, but it's bad. It's bad. The script is bad. Everything about it is bad. It just doesn't work. It's not. And the only thing that it has going for it is that it's 90 minutes long, so then you don't have to sit there and watch it being that bad for that long. And again, I tweeted this before I went in. I had 0 expectations going in, purely out of the fact that the reviews and the reactions were only coming out this morning. I saw Empire's 2-star review of it, and I thought that's being generous. There were so many things that were going on, and I just found myself just losing the will to live, slowly but surely. Every minute it was getting on and going on, and there was a point where I thought, I'm just going to leave, but something about it, I didn't want to be that person who walks out of a film. So I decided not to. I decided to stay till the end, see it out through the end, and then see what happens at the end. And I did. And there's a bit at the end. This isn't a spoiler. There's a bit at the end of this fireworks display, and it threw me back to Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, where at the end they've saved the day and they're gonna throw some fireworks off. And I'm sorry, as much as I love Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, if you're harkening back to 1995, and arguably one of the worst critically received films ever. What are you doing? And then what was the other bit? The soundtrack. Like, again, Empire referred to this as Guardians Light. I think that does a massive disservice to Guardians of the Galaxy, because if you're saying that this is Guardians Light, that means Guardians is at most a 3-star film, and it's not at all. And they've tried to evoke so many things in the sort of like misfit band of merry men, none of who like each other. You don't necessarily like any of them either, so who cares? Why are we even bothered? But then the soundtrack as well, it's like they've pressed shuffle on my iPod, and like, you know, in this scene we'll play Ace of Spades by Motorhead, in the next scene we'll play Supermassive Black Hole by Muse. What year are we in? It makes no sense. The soundtrack has no sort of thematic links to it. At least with Guardians it made sense because they were all released at a certain time, and it made sense with the mixtape. This is just absolute nonsense and drivel. So avoid Borderlands. I feel bad saying avoid a film. Don't go and waste your money, don't go and spend your money, but I did it for you. Hopefully Trap's better. Stay safe, look after each other, and I'll see you on the box office update. Bye.